G'day everyone. This evening I'm going for an evening hike up that road. This is a management vehicle only road. It goes up to some communication towers on top of a hill, then the track turns to dirt and goes out a bit further. I don't know how far I'll get, but one thing I do know is that the heart rate is going to go sky high. This is steep. I'm about to be tortured, but it's going to be enjoyable. The sun's about to set, so I'm taking a backpack because I've got 1.2 litres of water in the back, and I've also got a couple of little handheld torches just in case it gets a little bit dark for the hike back. Look at that. The sun is very, very low in the horizon. I've got about 10 minutes of sunlight left, I reckon. I better get started. I love this time of day, the late afternoon light. Listen to how puffed I am. I wouldn't have walked 50 or 60 metres from the car. The heart rate's up to 136. I don't want it to get any higher because then I'll have to stop for a rest. The sad news is it gets a whole lot steeper shortly. Well, it's not sad news. I mean, that hill was the attraction. That's why I came here. The challenge. I just have to slow down the pace, which is already pretty slow. Look at that beautiful late afternoon light. I'm at the steep spot, just at the bottom. It's just started getting steep. Probably doesn't look steep on the camera though. Heart rate's way up. On the way up. Great view. I'm maxed out. Maximum. Time for a break. People tell me on my fishing channel that I sound puffed. This is what puffed really sounds like. No pain, no gain. Dropping down. I think the fitter you are, the quicker your heart rate drops. What a glorious view. Absolutely stunning. And there's the towers. Tamnick Gap Towers. Right, I've made it to the towers. Now the track goes down that way. But before I go for a walk down there, I'm going to climb up this little track. There's a bit of a lookout on the other side of this hill. Gonna go and sit down and catch my breath and have a drink. That was a bloody good cardiovascular workout. Look at those beautiful late afternoon colours. What a fantastic view. Mount Buffalo over there and Mount Bogong. And Wangaratta over there. Right, now I've had a bit of a break. What a lovely spot to sit and relax. You can see the lights of Wangaratta over there in the distance. Water point 700 metres. I'll see if I can make it to the water point and then walk back in the dark. That's why I bought torches. That hill climbing up was torture. What a view. Not sure whether you can hear that banging, but that's a scare gun from Bailey's Vineyard at the bottom of the hill to scare the birds away from the grapes. Now folks, there it is, the tank. What they do, they build these big concrete tanks and they put a roof over them that sort of slants in towards the centre, and the roof just catches the rain and fills the tank. And then the water just sits there, it doesn't get used for anything other than firefighting. And the fire truck can come in here, hook up to that pipe, get water and keep fighting fires. I kid you not, and I'm not joking, I was actually up here bushwalking one morning a couple of years ago. There'd been a few thunderstorms and a bit of rain. I come for a bushwalk and I was up on top of that lookout where I stopped and had a rest before. And I sat there for ages and didn't even hear anything. Then as I was leaving, there's this big long procession of fire trucks coming in, and one guy said, "You better get out, mate, there's a fire." I had no idea there was even a fire up here. Anyway, there was 8 or 9 fire trucks in a row drove past me as I was walking out, and they went up and put out a fire that was started by lightning. And I went up there 3 or 4 weeks later, and you could see it was probably, I don't know, 30 or 40 metres round, I suppose. It was just a little patch that would have got out of control if it wasn't for the CFA. Once again, a big thumbs up for our CFA. They do an amazing job. But anyway, I don't know whether the camera can pick this up or not, but over there we have a full moon rising. That looks really cool. Over here it says, "For firefighting only, help protect your park, please do not damage." Personally, I think it's pretty sad that they've got to write a letter or write something and ask people not to damage. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but people should know not to damage. The full moon, I could probably walk back without any torches. Anyway, what does the watch say, apart from 113 beats a minute? I've climbed a total of 82 metres in altitude. And that'll go up because I've been up and down and up and down. It's taken me 40 minutes, but I've been stopping quite a bit. And I've done 1.8 kilometres, so I can expect to do around 3.5 kilometres by the time I get back. And there's a little map of where I am. Just past Casuarina track. Anyway, I might have a drink of water and head back. Walking back at a steady pace. I haven't got the torches out yet. I can still see where I'm going pretty well. I can see a bit more than the camera's picking up. The moon's gone behind some clouds. But if it comes out, I reckon it'll be bright enough to guide me back to the car anyway. This is probably going to be pretty grainy footage, but this is the lookout I stopped at on the way up. Oh, I'm pointing to Wangaratta, but you probably can't see my hand. There it is. That's Wangaratta on the left. That's the moon in the middle, and that line on the right, I kid you not, is bumper to bumper traffic coming down the Great Alpine Road. Today is Monday of the Labor Day long weekend, so everybody's heading back to Melbourne, I'm guessing. It's very, very, very busy down there. It literally is bumper to bumper cars. If it wasn't a public holiday, you wouldn't see cars on that road. That second white line on the right wouldn't even be there. Great to see people out and about. Anyway, short walk back to the car, but down a steep hill. Rightio, there's the last rays of the day from the hilltop before I start my descent. I'm out here all by myself in the middle of the night on a hilltop, and I love it. I feel so relaxed, so comfortable, so safe. There's an old saying, and it's just one that I absolutely love and live by, and that is that I could be in a crowded room with 100 other people and feel more alone than what I do right now. I love that saying because it's so true. There's not a breath of wind, it's just so nice out here. Rightio folks, I'm back at the car. I've finished. I've done 3.46 kilometres. It's taken me 1 hour and 12 minutes, and I've burnt off 706 calories, which is quite a good achievement. And I've altitude gained 103 metres. I've climbed 103 metres in altitude. I definitely feel like I'm getting a lot better at climbing hills. The only thing that's a little bit fake there is the time, because I stopped quite a few times to take photos and stuff when I didn't have to, and had a couple of rests that I probably didn't really have to, but I was just taking a leisurely walk, I suppose you could say. And down the bottom here, if that picks up, there's the map. So 706 calories in a bit over an hour walking in the hills. Absolutely fantastic for my weight loss.